there, I am Coach Nikki Cates, and this is a self-coaching vlog. How you doing? I am doing blessed and highly favored. No, really. Y'all know how I feel about those types of answers, because I mean, like, underneath that, how you doing? So I feel very grateful. I feel, I really do feel blessed, because when I could be waking up in the morning having complete anxiety attacks, I actually wake up with a smile on my face and hope in my heart for how things could actually be. So, yeah, blessed and highly favored. Not because I don't have any concerns or fears or worries. Literally, before I went to sleep last night, I just handed them over to the Lord. Literally handed them over to the Lord. Me worrying about it is not going to make it any better. I can't change the state of the world. I can't change the state of our nation right now. I can't change who's in control of that. Can't change or control my children. They are adults now. My spouse, or anyone else in my life, or yours. So accepting that, accepting the things that I cannot change. We all know that quote, right? What is it? Accept the things that I cannot change. Y'all, I'm drawing a blank on the quote. Let's look it up, shall we? You're probably finishing it for me already. Quote. There it is. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's it. And let's think about that. We can't technically, right now, change what's happening in our country. What's done is done. We can change how we respond to it, and we can prepare to make change at a later date. Only thing we really can do right now is pray. And I found myself very Moses-like in prayer last night, like praying for this, praying for our nation, and like, Lord, so many of us just want a country that we can be proud to be American again, without the smoke screens, right? Genuinely being proud to be American. And yes, we are very much so undeserving of his intervention. However, his word is very clear that his mercy is great and unrelenting. So I pray that his mercy would take into account others like myself that are crying out on behalf of this country and have been. So us that are genuinely concerned, not just for now, for ourselves, but for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. And it can be very scary and very, very taxing. I know earlier this year, I had this realization, like, if it wasn't for my faith, I would literally be in a corner somewhere just having a complete breakdown, trying to process what's happening. Especially when you've been raised military, which means you've been raised to be patriotic in a sense, right? That's not what we're looking at right now. And then we're looking at a supposed Christian-based country that's doing things very un-Christ-like. I remember I talked about that in yesterday's video, so I won't go into that again. But just a reminder, y'all. Focus on what you can change. Focus on the transformations that you can be a part of. And things that you cannot, all you can do is just ask the one that can to intervene. according to his will. I hope that blesses somebody, because it's a trip right now. And it's enough to drive us into a frenzy and throw us into pits of despair and fear. You know? I remember how I felt watching Anderson Cooper on CNN many years ago when the last war first started. And I remember how I felt when the recruiter showed up at my door, because my time in service, inactive time, was not expired yet. And I remember how it felt going to a VA facility and seeing so many young soldiers wounded and handicapped from the ridiculousness of unnecessary war. And I don't want to see that again. Not to mention, I know a young person that just went in, and I don't want to see that for them, you know? But all we can do is pray about it. We can't change that besides voting and encouraging others to do the same. There's some other things I want to say, but I will not say it because it would be absolutely out of order. There are other ways, but they are not ways that would be approved by the Lord, if you feel me. All right. So I stuck to my routine this morning. I'm feeling good. Trying to be more intentional this week, because I know that this weekend I will be traveling. Anytime I'm traveling, y'all, it's very difficult to be super mindful. If I don't bring my own food in the car, because I'm driving 7 hours, 8 hours, depending on how Chai decides to behave or not. So just making the drive and then coming back, I'm bringing my grandson with me. So that's another factor I have to factor into the drive. And then while I'm there, you know, not finding time to really cook meals. So we're eating out. So, yeah. Not the best thing when you're trying to manage your weight. But I feel good. I still feel a difference in my body, right? Obviously the scale is still reading the same. I actually have my my first VA move appointment this Friday. Tomorrow. Today's Baby Friday. You're watching this on Friday, but today's Baby Friday. So I have my first move appointment. And you know, I ran across this video yesterday. It popped up on, I don't know what the algorithm was trying to tell me, but it was a video about celebrities using Ozempic or related drugs for weight loss, rapid weight loss. And I had been considering it because I'm not heavy enough, according to the VA, to be a recipient of gastro surgery. Not that I necessarily think I need to, but it's not an option for me. If that was an option I wanted, right? And then on top of that, I have to go through this MOVE program in order to even be considered for any type of prescription assistance. But I was watching that video, and the ones that actually spoke out about the negativity, the other side of it that they didn't truly consider before taking that path. And my best friend is in the medical field, and she's been in the medical field for 20 plus years. And she's been telling me over and over, sis, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Like, really do your research, really think about it. Some are not as bad as others, but just really, really, really do your research and make sure you have a full picture of what you're getting yourself into, because she's seen the negative side effects that people have experienced from taking these these weight loss medications. So anyway, I'm starting that, and I'm going to give it more of my energy this time than I have in the past. So we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I feel good. Again, I tell y'all this all the time. If it wasn't for, you know, not being able to tuck in a shirt and wear it, I would be okay. You know, like obviously needing to lift more and, get my arms where I'd like to see them, and, lift my booty, that type of thing, right? The only reason I'm so adamant, one, because the scale reads an alarming over 200 pounds, which at my age, that's a negative factor, because the heavier you are, the more you're prone to, but I'm healthy. No diabetes, no high blood pressure. My cholesterol was a little bit high. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Y'all just stick with me on it, okay? Me showing up and telling y'all about it holds me accountable, even if y'all not responding to me. But pray for your girl. All right, so this morning, what I wanted to share with you is from my book, Reciprocity Eludes Me. I'll put the link in the description if you want to go on Amazon and buy it. Y'all, I'm still working on finishing the audiobook. I think I'll try to do some recording today. I still have 5 chapters to go to finish recording it, and then it has to be, mixed and edited and all that good stuff. So, working on it, promise. All right, so I wanted to share this with you all this morning. It's on my heart to share it because as we're talking about transformation and liberation, right? It's all in how you think. Like, for instance, we're getting ready to talk about empowerment guidelines for self-transformation. And the thing is that it took me a while to realize we're running around saying we empowering people, but in reality, you can't empower someone else. They have to feel empowered themselves. You can give them substance and energy to fuel that empowerment. You can lead them to the water, but you cannot force them to drink. You cannot make them be empowered, right? Somebody can read this book or watch this video or any video that I post, and I'm giving you the elements of what you would need in order to be empowered. But you have to make a decision to receive it, allow it to do something in here, and be empowered. Empowered to what? To do something different. Or to stick to doing something that you know is going to be beneficial in the long run, on the long term, or even in the short term sometimes. So that's just something to think about, okay? That's another thing. That's another one of those buzzwords that we always throw out there that we're not really aware of what we're saying. You empower yourself. Even when God gives you His Spirit, and He gives you His Word, and He gives you people to speak life into you, it is up to you to be empowered. Okay? All right. So, here we are. I'm going to start reading from the book. This is in chapter 4, Lessons from My Personal Journey. The lessons I teach now are the ones I've had to walk through and learn the hard way over the past 20 years. The last 2 years have been about becoming familiar with those lessons and learning how to articulate them in a way that blesses not only myself but others like you. Let's take a quick overview of some of these extracted lessons. Empowerment guidelines for self-transformation. Number 1, from self-hate to self-love. Begin by accepting every flaw, every scar, every tear. Embrace the entirety of who you are because you are unique, special, and worthy of love, especially from yourself. This requires spending intentional time getting to know who you are, how you are, and why you are. With God's help, a professional's help, and a trusted support system, you can enjoy the process of falling in love with the woman you see in the mirror every day. Number 2, from lost identity to authentic self. Spend time rediscovering who you truly are. Step away from societal expectations and listen to your inner voice. Become acquainted with your core values, your spiritual gifts, your genuine passions and innermost desires. Then, dance to the beat of your own drum, instead of the one that pressures us to conform. Being authentic to yourself will bring fulfillment. And I just want to point out, as I've just read that, when I'm thinking about the Unmasked series that we're doing now, this totally is a part of the unmasking process, y'all. Because these are masks that we wear either to blind ourselves or others, right? Okay. Number 3, from rejection to self-worth. Understand that every no is often a redirection to something better. You are enough with or without external validation. That word, validation, phew. I just accepted this in my life over the past year, thanks to my therapist. We don't need validation from anyone else but ourselves and God's Spirit that lives within us, period. Number 4, from perfection to progress. Celebrate small victories. Realize that life is about growth, not perfection. Every step forward is a win, no matter how small. A baby step is still a step. Perfection is a divine attribute, not a human one. This realization was freeing for me. Number 5, from impatience to mindfulness. Live in the present. Recognize that everything has its timing and that rushing often causes us to miss the beauty of the journey. I had to come to terms with this as my daughters became adults. I spent much of their childhood in a depressive haze. That saddens me, but I can forgive myself because I was there and they remember my love. Now I can make an effort to be present in the moment. Number 6, from rigidness to adaptability. Be like water, flowing, adaptable, and powerful. Embrace change because it brings new opportunities and lessons. I used to see change as bad and let obstacles become walls instead of stepping stones. Had I known better as a teen mother, I would have pursued the dreams God placed in me. But fear, disappointment, and stubbornness led me astray. Number 7, from fragility to resilience. Every challenge is a stepping stone towards strength. Let your trials refine, not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. They are meant to refine you. Be willing to take the L's and learn from them. Your life will improve because of it. Number 8, from chaos to balance. Find harmony in all aspects of life. Allocate time for yourself, your passions, and your relationships. Balance doesn't mean perfect harmony. It means managing your life and yourself with intention and learned skill. Number 9, from ignorance to enlightenment. Seek knowledge. The more you learn about the world and yourself, the better equipped you are to navigate life's complexities. Maturity doesn't come automatically with age. It comes with intentional growth. Number 10, from mismanagement to mastery. Take charge of your time, emotions, and resources. You are the CEO of your life. Access your current condition and forge a path towards stellar results. We all desire the reciprocity of abundance, joy, and blessings. Number 11, from bad habits to constructive routines. Recognize harmful patterns and replace them with habits that uplift and nourish your well-being. Seek professional help if needed. Sometimes we can't see how depression or anxiety affects our decisions without guidance. Number 12, from waiting for deliverance to taking charge. The hero you've been waiting for is you. Empower yourself to make decisions that propel you toward your dreams. Yes, we wait on God, but ask yourself, what is He waiting on you to do? Remember, transformation is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the process and the ever-evolving relationship with yourself. I hope that some of that at least blesses somebody today. I am going to add this video to the Substack for this week, Unmasked series. We will be live Q&A tonight, 7 o'clock on Substack, on the Sisters Unbothered Substack. That is substack.com/@ Coach Nikki Cates. And I will wait there for about 5 to 10 minutes, and if no one hops on, I'm hopping off. And I'll see y'all on the coaching session on Saturday morning. I appreciate y'all for listening. I hope that that was a blessing to someone, and I will see y'all Saturday morning. I had to think about it, y'all, because it's like, I'll see y'all vlog-wise Monday morning. Have a wonderful weekend, not because it happens that way, but because you intend for it to be great. And you rest. Don't just plan it out. Plan out rest. At least sleep in. At the minimum. At least sleep in. All right. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.